I've been thinking about what makes me successful working with kids, and there's one thing that I'm going to tell you. There is one thing that I think has made me successful in the after-school programs, the summer camps, the classrooms I taught in, my own speeches, my programs, and yeah, I just want to share it because I used to think it was really simple and really easy and people grasped it, but I'm learning that a lot of people don't. So today is day 78 of my visibility series. I've been tracking myself for the past 78 days as I'm trying to become an even more known public figure. Just a reminder, this project started to help me get over my fear of being seen. I think around day 30, I was like, I don't feel afraid anymore. And that's super important to note because I didn't suddenly lose this fear. I got rid of the fear by showing up and doing the work. Anyways, so I've been realizing that what makes my work successful, and again, it's not always successful with everybody. I want to be so clear about that, right? I don't believe that there's one method that works for everyone, especially young people. But the biggest thing that I do is I just listen to them. I'm not saying this to be condescending. I'm not saying this to talk about adults who don't do this, but that is so much of my work. I just listen to young people. Every time I do a week-long program at a school, or even if it's just for a couple of days, or even if it's a speech and they just have time, I ask for ambassador groups. And ambassador groups are made up of kids from the school who come and talk to me about their experiences as young people. My work has been developed through what young people have shared with me, what they need, what they're lacking, what they don't like, what they like. And I feel like I've really developed my curriculum, my presence, like even just Dono Friend in general through hearing what young people need. And sometimes when I'm at speeches, kids will come up to me and say, like, thanks, I just really feel like we're not seen, or thanks for, understanding us or speaking up for us. And it breaks my heart because I know that a lot of adults see kids. I think sometimes we don't say it and we don't really articulate it. Like a lot of teachers and coaches, they kind of let it show through their actions, and kids sometimes don't recognize that. It doesn't mean that they don't have adults that are showing up for them. It just means that I'm very clear in articulating it. And I wanted to say this because one, I don't want this to be just about me. It's always about the work. And there are so many adults in this world who are doing the work. They are doing the work in small ways. They are doing the work in medium ways. They're doing the work in large ways. I want to be a public figure. I'm a speaker. I have YouTube content. I want to stream on Twitch. That is designed to reach a larger audience. But this work can happen between one teacher and one student in one moment in one classroom. As simple as that. And so when we focus on one person and not just what does the work look like, right? We lose, I think, the capacity for more people to show up and do the work. Like a simple thing like this. I said I listen to young people. I guarantee you, if youth development specialists or teachers or counselors or coaches or troop leaders, there is a good number of them who, if they saw this video, they would be like, yeah, obviously. That means that they do the work. They understand the importance of listening to young people, and they do that in those different spaces. So, I don't know. I'm super grateful for young people. I mean, I've gotten great feedback on the work before, and I try to just be like, thank you. I'm not going to take it too deeply because I don't want to get a huge ego. I already have a really big head, physically and emotionally and spiritually. But I think when young people tell me that the work is important to them or that it's helping them, I feel so honored. I feel so honored to be someone that gets to do this work with young people. I'm not so honored that they like me or that my presentation was, perfect or blah, blah, blah. I'm honored when someone says, this is what I needed to hear. And kids say that to me a lot. If I had $1 for every time a young man has come up to me after a speech and said, I just needed to hear this so bad, I would have a good amount of money. I don't do math. Notice how I didn't say I'm bad at math. I said I don't do math. That's called self-compassion in practice. That's called radical acceptance, babes. So yeah, as long as I'm doing this work, I'm going to be listening to young people. The older I get, the more important it is to not only bring young people's voices into the conversation, but also into my organization and into my work. And with the Better Academy coming this June, we've already got, I think, 9 kids who are signed up. Got one more huge leadership conference to push it at. I'm going to get a chance to start building that with kids, and I'm really looking forward to it. So today's been a long day. I'm grateful for it. I feel honored to be able to do this work. I feel blessed to have people and support and resources and drive and purpose and free time. I feel very lucky, and I feel very lucky that I'm building this community. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Wink. Oh, my contact almost fell out.